Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Lovely for this group that gathers now on Tuesdays, third Tuesday of the month, later in the day. For the Australians, it's next day in the morning. I thought I'd open with this quote from Katie. It's from Loving What Is. Earlier today in another group, and often this happens. I love the looking at different parts of ourselves that might be answering the questions. And Katie does the work with a 5-year-old girl. And it goes something like this. This is what's written. So, Becky, frightened, not looking at Katie. There's a monster under my bed. Katie, there's a monster under your bed. Sweetheart, is that true? Yes. Sweetheart, look at me. Can you absolutely know that that's true? Yes. Give me your proof. Have you ever seen the monster? Yes. Is that true? Yes. Now the child is beginning to laugh and warm up to the questions, to trust that I'm not going to force her to believe or not to believe. And we can have fun with this monster of hers. Eventually, the monster has a personality. And before the end of the session, I'll ask the child to close her eyes and talk to the monster face to face and let the monster tell her what he's doing under the bed and what he really wants from her. And I'll ask her just to let the monster talk and to tell me what the monster said. I've done this with a dozen children who are afraid of monsters or ghosts. They always reported something kind, such as, he says he's lonely, or he just wants to play, or he wants to be with me. And at this point, I can ask them, sweetheart, there's a monster under your bed. Is that true? And they usually look at me with a kind of knowing amusement that I would believe such a ridiculous thing. There's a lot of laughter. So just considering the innocence of everyone's minds, including ours, childlike innocence. And I love that passage because I love seeing how it looks so serious, what we're thinking. It looks like those people who did that thing or that body ailment that's doing whatever it does, and I'm not saying it isn't serious, but just looking and seeing how painful it might look. So, like we do here, if anyone's new, welcome. We just get to see what, if there's a thought that comes to the surface that bubbles up for right now that you're like, this really looks true to me. Had some encounter or something's running or going on and it looks threatening. Just notice what that is. And I love that we get to be unedited, like a listener taking dictation. So just because you hear it doesn't mean anything terrible about you, just because that's what the thought is. Here it comes. So just thinking about a situation or anything that's going on that looks stressful. Notice, I'm stressed, I'm upset, I'm troubled, I'm scared in this situation because. Just notice what comes after the because, unedited. Charlotte.
Because my health is scaring me.
Ah, yeah. Okay. My health is scaring me. This is scaring me. What does it look
Yeah.
like is the scariest thing about it? You have something. Just say, notice what's the scariest thing about it? It's scaring me. And that's good right there. But
I'm going to have to dial in on my phone. I'm not getting good.
okay.
It keeps cutting out. So I'll be back.
Okay. All right, good. All right, thanks. Judy.
Hi,
Hello.
nice to see you,
Nice to
everybody.
see you.
You. So you're looking for a situation or where
Yeah,
are you?
like the situation come and then just see what the one-liner is when you look at it that says, there's a stressful situation. Now I'm troubled with this situation because,
Okay. So the situation is I'm afraid to call Kathy because I might be rejected. She might reject me.
okay. Has she rejected you before?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I like looking at the evidence I have I think is solid. She rejected me.
Mhm. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. It's good.
Thank you.
Perfect. Good one. Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. All right. Larry.
I'm eating, so sorry. And
That's all
I'm not
right.
sharing with anybody, so forget it.
I love it.
I am, this is so weird. I'm worried because things are going really well.
Ah, something something bad might happen any minute.
Something evil this way comes. What is that book? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yes. Yeah.
I've
Okay.
I have to find something wrong.
Ah, uh-huh. That's a good one. I have to find something wrong. All right. Love it. Krista. Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
Um, I have this situation. I think I have the one-liner, but it's not quite hitting right.
Okay.
Um, I'm, I don't know, confused with my sister because she won't hug me because she thinks I did harm to her husband by,
Uh,
contagion.
uh, okay. Well, I like here's my,
Mhm.
she's still thinking it because she's not hugging me, but
Well, she's saying why too. It's
oh,
not,
she's saying why.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Not
Mhm.
just,
Right. Yeah.
um, so she thinks
Mhm.
I harmed her husband. So you
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
yes. Okay. Well, I start with that. She thinks I harmed her husband. What do you think that means? So there she is. She's even saying she thinks that.
Mhm.
What's bad about that?
She and I aren't on the same page, I guess, as far as our how we believe things even work. It's kind of like we're on two different realities.
Okay. What's What's bad
and
about
it's impacting like our connection, you know, our ability to interact, my ability to be with her and hug her.
Okay.
That makes me sad.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe I go with that. Like I'm sad because we're not connecting, or she thinks I harmed my husband. I'm sad. Sad because she thinks I've harmed her husband.
I think I got it. I'm sad because she puts blocks to our connection.
Great. Yeah.
Because this is just one of the reasons.
Okay. Okay. She puts blocks to our connection.
Mhm.
Blocks our connection. Okay. Really good one. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Bonnie, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Um, so I had a few things that were, about totally different things, but this one is the one that sort of punched me in the gut the most. I said, I'm not a good grandmother because I'm too selfish.
Oh. Ah. Okay. How do you know you're too selfish?
Because sometimes I put my wants above theirs. And, grandmas aren't supposed to do that.
All right. All right. So there they are having wants, and I'm too selfish because I'm putting my wants first.
It's like tonight is my husband's birthday and I'm cooking him dinner, yet my son has a concert at school. And we always go to his concerts at school. But for one thing, their family's been sick. I don't want to catch stuff. And I don't know. I just want to spend today's his birthday, Annie's birthday, and I wanted to spend the night with my husband. So I feel like if I was a good grandma, I would be at the concert.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm too selfish. I'm too selfish. Just to keep it real simple like that. I'm too selfish, and you know why? Because I'm staying at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, good. It's just good to see all the things that rise. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Joe.
Hello,
Hello.
Grace.
Hi.
Um, I'm working with a relationship where I think there's the other person's quite codependent.
Mhm.
So my statement is she wants me to take responsibility.
Ah.
And when you said to, I'm not sure the other participant, what's bad about that? I
Mhm.
sort of asked myself that as you said it. So interesting. People can want whatever they want, can't they?
Yeah, they sure can. And they do.
Like, doesn't mean any, what is it? Do we have to make meaning out of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why is it bad? It's upsetting. It's upsetting that she doesn't take the responsibility for herself.
Ah, okay. So you're saying, so is it like she wants me to take responsibility
For
for
her,
for her?
because of for the codependent, that's sort of the codependency thing. But I just dropped for her off it to keep it
Yeah.
as simple as possible.
Yeah. I like simple. Okay. Well, that's a good one to, just looking and seeing here they are. It looks like they want this. And first I'm going to start with just questioning, that they do want it and what happens when they want it. How do you know she wants that?
So you're suggesting that my perception of her wanting it is an assumption.
It's possible.
She may not want it at all.
Yes.
She might just want to run in circles and exhaust everyone. But
I mean, hard to say. Sometimes people can even say, I would really like you to take responsibility. And we're still not positive what they want exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
But you know your situation. You've got the details. And so that's a good one to question. Yeah. She wants me to take responsibility for her. Yeah. So that's good. Let's see what happens. You've got your
thank you.
situation, you know, the moment. You just hold that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you bet. Okay. Anyone else want to share? Just sometimes saying it out loud, putting it in the circle is I don't know, kind of powerful. We're all here. You just get to say it. Yeah, Shaz.
Okay. I'm upset because I made a big mistake.
Oh.
So it's around the job opportunity that I took on.
Ah. Okay.
And I had doubts about taking it, and I went ahead and took it. And now I'm in it. And anyway, that's the thought. I made a big mistake. And when you ask the question, what's the scariest thing? I will not get paid, or I will not get adequately compensated. I will be judged if I quit. So there's a whole list of things. So I'm not sure. Maybe that will come up with the how do I react?
And what was what happened that led you to believe this is a mistake? You just noticed the whole thing's a mistake. I made a mistake by saying yes to this. But maybe several little things happened, or who knows? Just notice.
Well, the big thing is there's the office manager is not doing the proper billing and wants me to do it, which would just add more work to a project that's not well paid.
Ah, okay. So this person, office manager, ask you to do more work.
Yeah, and the person that I'm working for does not appreciate me. So there's a lot going on. I don't even know which one I should take. So should I just write all this down? Yeah.
Yeah, just notice, it's okay to have your thought be, I made a big mistake. But I love that the mind goes to the whole thing's bad and it's got its evidence, and there might be these different things that kind of be nice to have those in front of you. Sometimes we get surprised. It's like a little, oh, there's 4 things that happened and I don't like any of them. But sometimes it's just 2 or, anyway, it's starts to look all wrong. Yeah, just kind of, but just notice it's still okay to have that be the thought. I made a big mistake. Yeah. I just hear Katie's voice saying, no mistakes. No mistakes, no mistakes. So it'll be good. Just notice and see. Yeah. Carrie.
Yeah, I've got a situation from from earlier this afternoon. Somebody who gave me some actually solicited opinion. And so my sentence is that he thinks he knows me better than me.
Okay.
But so then when I'm questioning what's so bad about that the thing is that I'm not sure. I can't come to the truth of it. Does he actually? This is why it's uncomfortable. Does he, in this situation about this thing, is he making a good point and I'm just not wanting to hear it? Or part, is it true that I shouldn't? Well, that's where that's where I'm getting stuck now.
Ah,
My problem is with me at least partway believing it or doubting or wondering, is he right?
ah,
Is he not right?
okay. So even if that's in there, that one that this concept, he thinks he knows me better than me.
Yeah.
Something about it, because he could think that all he wanted, right? But something about it, I don't know, like I said, what if he's right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's where it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah,
What if I'm doubting myself?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So just hold that there lightly in the inquiry, I'm
Yeah.
worried he's right. There's something about if he's right, that's bad, or something.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. There those people are with their opinions. Yeah. How am I hearing it? Okay. So everyone just pick a thought, as you hold pick a situation, like the ones we've heard shared, of a situation that you've encountered in your life. You've got it like right in the moment. See if you can find right in the moment, like if you almost had a little arrow. I don't know. I can think of a little dial that you dial to the right or to the left to get it really exact. Just think about the moment when the stress started coming in. Like you get, oh, this is stressful in this situation. And notice your thought right there. And yes, it's okay if you're just going about your business and the thought came to you, because that's what minds do. But so have your thought right in front of you so that you can kind of like refer back to it. What thought am I working on? What am I questioning? Funny that that'll happen. All right. And now see if your thought is true. Just hold it up in the situation and see, is that true, that concept? If you've got a yes, just pause a moment. Can you absolutely know that that's true? Bonnie's saying no. And don't you love some of you might not have been here right at the beginning, but I was reading a dialogue with Katie doing the work with a 5-year-old. There's a monster under your bed. Is it true? Yes. Sweetheart, can you absolutely know it's true? Yes. Giving me your proof. Have you ever seen the monster? Yes. No, there's no right or wrong answer. It's not always no is the answer. Just you get to just be with yourself. Is it absolutely true? How interesting. What an interesting question. Can I absolutely know this? So curious. So what do you find? Larry.
Well, it's not absolutely true, but I do it.
Oh, that's good.
As
Interesting,
long as I've
right?
known myself and you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always looking for bad is just around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
that's what I do.
and I like if this helps. I don't know. I sometimes have found this really interesting. Who's the I I'm talking about? And, like there's thought. Thought, tends to have its just what it does and negative bias.
Well, I think it's the I that somehow thinks it's protecting me. That I.
Uh-huh. Okay. Protector comes in. It's too quiet. I remember you saying that, or it's too quiet in here. Yeah. Just noticing that anticipation of the unknown, which is always what it is coming, and that it won't be good. Can't absolutely know it's true, though. Love you found that. I have to find something wrong. Can I absolutely know it's true? No. Joe.
Well, my statement has now morphed into she wants a piece of me.
Good. Yeah, let it let it be nice and juicy. That's good.
Let's just be blunt about matters.
Yeah.
And so when I question that, all that I can come up with is that it feels like it's true. That's my experience. That feels like the truth of my experience. So I know you're meant to strictly be yes or no.
Well,
So I suppose that's just holding a yes, isn't it?
yeah, sure.
Mm.
Sure. She wants a piece of me. When you look at that one and see, can I absolutely know that that's true? What does that look like?
That's the feeling that arises in me.
Okay.
So is it true for her, like questioning her intention?
That's interesting that comes in. It's interesting.
Well, it's being in her business, isn't it? To presuppose to know what someone else wants. But you're filtering it through your experience of them.
I love you just get to have your yes. That's what it looks like to me. And
Yeah.
right. Yeah. More will be revealed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for just staying and, you just, I am where I am.
Well, you want the relief of the no. You kind of have an agenda to get to the no,
Oh, okay.
to dissolve
Mm-hmm.
the problematic thought.
Sure. You know what it's like to go, oh gosh, that thing that I'm thinking is not actually true. Wow. Oof. But it's not sometimes it doesn't jog loose like that so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. No expectations, like beginner's mind. Beginner's mind. Yeah. This is a good one that's come along because it's something that isn't just going to be dissolved in a short little nothing.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you just notice your answer and then notice what happens when you think it. How do you react when you think that thought? How do you react when you believe that thought? What happens? Just what it's like between you and whoever you have in mind, or what looks like those other people or the situation. How do I react when I'm believing this? What's the energy like between you and them or it? Larry.
I feel great. I love the worry. I'm nervous. I'm worried.
Mm-hmm.
I think I didn't do enough. Didn't care enough. Somebody's going to be mad at me.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
How far back does that go? Like, when did that thought first occur to you?
10 minutes ago. No, I'm kidding. Well, I was actually thinking about something happened, and I had this thought that I didn't take care of my mother enough.
Hmm.
I don't know where that came from. I mean,
Yeah.
I can make up where it came from, but somehow I didn't do enough for her somehow.
Uh,
Could have done more. I think maybe in here,
sure.
related. Because actually, when the conversation started, I had no idea what my sentence was, and I was surprised. I have to find something wrong.
Huh.
I was
Wow.
actually surprised by that. So yeah, I haven't done enough for. Yeah, maybe that's it. I haven't done enough. I just haven't done enough.
Could have done more. Yeah. Not enough. Not enough. Yep. Okay. Who else wants to share? What happens when you think this? Hmm. Bonnie, I'm curious about yours. Hang on, let's make sure you're unmuted.
Um, I feel embarrassed. I feel ashamed of myself, like, oh, I'm not a good grandma. Because I have an older son who sort of insinuates that because we don't drop everything and drive to California and hang out with them, whenever they want. Um, but and I feel like I don't measure up,
Mm,
and it's sad because I really want to be a good grandma. I want to have a good relationship with my grandkids. And there's part of me that knows I don't have to give up myself to do
uh-huh.
that. But the story is that I'm just not good enough. I don't measure up to other grandmas who spoil their kids, spoil their grandkids with like tons of gifts, and they're always with them. And
Yes, yes. All right. It's good to see comparison comes in. It's so common,
Mhm.
just I hear about these other stories, or other requests are made and I have a no. And then I think that's bad. Yeah, that's selfish.
And
Okay.
sometimes I say yes when I don't want to the pushy son.
Ah, ah, okay. Yeah. How do I react when I think that thought? Yeah, I say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Just, yeah. Isn't that it was great to see like this selfishness thing. Very bad. Don't be that. We have this standard over here with the selfishness thing, and then kind of like going, is that selfish? Is this selfish? How selfish can you be? How sure, like it's measuring selfishness, but it's all up holding up this thing called selfish that is not, not good. Shouldn't be there.
Well, it's funny because I have older grandkids that with my stepson, and the one of them said to me years ago, I grandmas are supposed to make cookies and stuff, and that's just not me. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
a baker. I'm just, so
Yeah.
she had an idea of what a grandma was supposed to be. Of course, I do a million other things, but I don't make cookies.
Yes, right. I mean, yeah. And isn't that, yeah, it's great to just see, I mean, who knows? Get where they just get an idea, like it has to be shown them or they see it enough times, it's in a book.
Yeah, on a commercial or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Larry.
Let me chime in. That selfish thing. That's so good, Bonnie. Thank you. Because, not doing enough is if I don't do enough, it's selfish.
Hmm.
I hadn't thought about it that way. But
Uh,
there's never enough. I mean, there's always more I could be doing.
yes.
But
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good to see. Krista.
I narrowed my statement to Patty blames me, which I think kind of covered it.
Yeah.
And when I think that, I feel wrong,
Hmm.
sad, like I'm going to be kind of separated out into some, I don't know, decontamination unit. It cracks me up how the mind like goes. I'm gonna be, um, and of course that's alone, and then
Yeah.
and then it gets into not chosen, right? Because it's the spouse, and now the spouse is asking, "Don't do this because that," and so, and then I feel very cautious, right? Like, oh, I thought I had, done this, and, like I have to be more cautious, more uh,
Hmm.
careful, more something, more, right?
It makes you feel more like the walking on eggshells feeling.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Careful, careful.
yeah.
Yeah. I always like that image, you think about walking on eggshells, the way we say that in English. And it's, there's a bunch of eggs and you're taking a step and you don't want to make any sound. It's like,
And of
yeah,
course you're going to,
you're going to crunch. Yeah.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Mm, thank you.
Yeah. And I think I said earlier today too, but I like that. It reminds me of the saying that Byron Katie says, don't be careful. You could hurt yourself. You could feel like it's painful and you're not sure what to do and more could be done. Oh gosh. And the separation. I'm afraid of the separation. Okay. So, all right. So just noticing the feeling, noticing the experience when I'm believing this. And this is the way I see it. And now let's see who you'd be without this story, without this thought. Like if your thought was, whole a pair of glasses and you just took them off and you're still in that situation with those people or that body or that condition, that person. Who would you be without that thought? Without that story? Sometimes it's nice to just take a deep breath. Imagine relaxing in that moment, in that situation. Funny.
Well, when I thought, if I couldn't think the thought that I'm not a good grandma because I'm selfish, then I would just be me. I would be me as the grandma. But then I thought that means I'm saying it's okay to be selfish.
Yeah.
But that doesn't feel right. I guess I have to do an inquiry on that.
Yeah. Well, I love saying, well, what is selfish too? Like, when we're
Yeah.
kind of looking at that from the beginning, like selfish is saying no to something equals selfish.
Mm,
And I know that's true. Or like, is staying home with my husband for dinner and not going to, is that for sure equal selfish? Choosing
mm, mm.
two good things, but choosing one of them. Does that mean selfish? Yeah, who would I be without this thought? I also really love sometimes noticing the key things like never be selfish or this is for sure greedy or I don't know. There's some of them are like very old. They're like the seven deadly sins or something. We don't even never question. Maybe those aren't happening, or maybe that's not the worst thing, or whatever. Anyway, just seeing like this thing called selfish has looked really bad to me.
It seems like, especially for women, maybe that's not right, but it seems like especially women can't be selfish.
Yeah, you're supposed to be selfless, have no self. Um, yeah. So it's kind of like, where did I get that idea? Yeah. Right. If I just didn't even know, if I was an alien from another planet and I just got here and I didn't have any human history to learn the qualities that you're supposed to have or not, who would I be? Larry.
About 5 minutes ago, I had this thought. I'm really enjoying these calls,
Uh-huh.
which is where I'd be without the thought I have to find something wrong. But then what rushes in immediately is, well, of course you're enjoying these calls. Nothing's wrong. But you're going to find it, Larry. There's that whole
Yeah,
mechanism
yeah,
that runs.
yeah. Isn't that funny? I don't
Oh,
know. Yeah. And just watch that thing, do it. I don't know. It's like flying around, it's flying around the kingdom, looking. Yeah, that's its job is to be
you froze, Grace, I think. Oh, there you went. Came back.
okay. Um, yeah, just scanning for just some part that does that scans for security. It's got security detail. Yeah. And without the thought, I'd just be enjoying myself. I don't know. It could be there's some wisdom in that.
Yeah, I had this thought yesterday. Carol and I were walking. It was like, God damn, why can't I just, this is fun. Why can't I just, whatever happens, just be, I don't know, interesting or if not fun or, because some things in life are horrible.
Mhm.
Can I enjoy those? No, I don't. I'm rambling. Stop me, okay? I'm sorry. But it's like,
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It just sounds so simple in some ways, in a really nice way. Like, who would I be without the thought? Just enjoying myself in the moment. And sure, things happen, but it's not happening right now. And when things are happening, are you thinking about it? Often the thoughts come in after something's over. So I don't know. That's a whole great inquiry in itself. Is just to see terrible things happen. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's usually only terrible after it's done. In the middle of it, you just respond. Something just meets the moment and does whatever it needs to do. Yeah. But so in the moment, That's great. Like nothing's actually happening and just enjoy myself. Just enjoy myself and relax. Anyone else want to share who you'd be without the thought? Without your thought? Shaz, I'm curious about yours.
Yeah. So without the thought, I'm actually able to see a bigger picture. It's not narrow. I'm able to see. I'm not focused so much on what's not going well and lacking, and in fact, I see actually the day went well. I had a good work day. I managed it well. The surgeon even made a little compliment, which I couldn't see before because I just booked it all. Well, that wasn't much. Um, I, without the thought, um, I'm just curious how this is going to pan out. I'm just like, there's not so much drama. It's very factual. Yes, this office manager wants me to do XYZ, but I'm going to go talk to her rather, but in the meantime, I'm finding all these people who will join me and agree with me, and none of that's happening. I just go directly to that person without the thought.
Ah,
It's just more of a factual situation. Like, oh, okay, that's not something I'll do. I'll discuss it with her. And so that was really, so it's just lighter.
wow.
And I actually, without the thought, I can actually pat myself on the back. Actually, it went quite well today. And I was not able to see any of that with the thought. I just came home and was just going on and on about the biggest mistake in my life.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
anyway, it's very interesting. It's
Yes.
without the thought.
Yeah. How cool. I just think that's so common. I notice my mind, it's the thing that minds do. It'd be like the whole thing was a big mistake, you know. Oh, well, that was a train wreck. You know what I mean? Like it'll just sort of make these big, grand statements about something, and really, it's just maybe a couple of little things that get added, but it all depends. It's just the stress pile looks like the whole thing. So that's wonderful. I love it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be so absolute. I mean, I may still make a difference
Sure.
about this work situation,
Sure.
but it's just not so extreme. It's not like all bad. As you said, like it's not all the train wreck. It's like, oh no, I actually learned a whole bunch of stuff today. Maybe I learned that this is actually not my cup of tea, or
Yeah.
I don't want to do these type of procedures or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's what it feels like. It just feels like, oh, huh, I don't want to play in that sandbox, maybe. And maybe I do want to continue playing in it because
Hmm.
I see some advantage to it.
Yeah. How wonderful. It's just so great to see. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. Okay. So let's turn it around. All right. So you can go to, if you have whatever your statement is, if can become an I statement. Now, if you already had an I statement, you could just make it the opposite. Like, I'm not too selfish. My thinking has to find something wrong, but I don't have to find anything wrong. I don't have to find anything wrong. My health is scaring me. My thinking about my health is scaring me. I rejected myself. Um, I want a piece of me. That's interesting, Joe. She wants a piece of me. I want a piece of me. And I didn't make a big mistake. Maybe I made a big correction. Who knows? Like the what if he's right, Carrie? That's interesting. Um, where have you gotten with yours, Carrie? He thinks he knows. I don't know what you might have landed on. Do you need the? There you go.
Oops, there you go. It's not really moving very much, this one. I keep getting distracted on what is it I'm concentrating on.
Ah, uh-huh.
I keep going back to he knows me better than me, and feeling indignant about it.
Well, I like just keeping it simple and just go, like, if that's the thing that came out, he knows me better than me.
Yeah.
I know me better than him.
Yeah.
I know me. No, he doesn't know me better than me.
I mean, somehow there's also me believing that I know him better than him.
There you go. Yeah, right. Yes.
Because really, he's a very lovely person. So it's possible that I've actually misunderstood him, and there's some really good point there, which is why I'm kind of hesitant and sort of waffling here.
Uh-huh. So I like it's just noticing it goes to the source of the person saying this thing, and then there was something said. It can also look at whatever the thing was that I might have found disturbing or worrisome or alarming or something. Because I remember you saying, "What if he's right?"
Yeah.
And then, what a great question. In some ways, like, what am I thinking? I mean, I don't know. There's just some guessing ideas, about, and it's bothering me. But what if it's okay that I don't know? There is no answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with that, what if he's right? It makes me shut down and feel ashamed and, scared, and that's what that somehow very familiar to me question does. But really, what if he's right? Neat. I could learn something here that could be important for me.
Sure. That's a nice turnaround.
Yeah.
Somebody says something, and what if they're right? And it's not terrible. It isn't like shame worthy. It's just them noticing something, and I could learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And interestingly, what he was noticing is something that I had noticed earlier on in the day.
Yeah.
So I think we both hit on something, and I don't quite see through it, and I don't quite understand it, but there's something uncomfortable that wants to be seen there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wise, just, yeah. That fine balance with just relax, all is well. Don't know mind. Maybe
Yeah.
learn here. Yeah.
Maybe it'll show itself. Yeah.
It will. If it's needed to be seen, it'll show itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Krista says, without the thought, I can listen to my sister and just see what she thinks and how she feels about her husband. Wow, which is huge. Just listening. I am with her for that moment. We aren't separated so much by the concerns. Turns around, I blame me. I blame my sister. She doesn't blame me. She sees I am innocent. Yeah. The gift of really listening is quite something. To feel really connected. So yeah, turned around to the other, if you haven't. So turned around to the self. Turned around to the other, if that fits. And just the simple opposite. And a Yahoo turnaround. I love you found that, Bonnie. I am selfish. Yahoo! Yes. Right. Thank goodness. Yeah. Yeah. That isn't that great to see all that? There's whatever selfish is, I've had a, you know, I've had something on it I don't like. And maybe that's not true. Maybe it's a good thing. Joe.
Well, strangely enough, of course, I want to piece myself back
Uh,
is the turnaround.
Oh, so how's your turnaround? So she wants a
Well,
piece of,
I got to she wants a piece of me, and that's where the discomfort lies because
yes.
people can want whatever they like. So there's something in that
Yeah.
that's difficult for me.
Yeah.
And that piece is that I want a piece of me. I want a piece of myself back from this situation
Oh.
in relationship with this other person.
Ah, okay. I want a
So
piece of,
that was really good to see
yeah, I see. Yeah, great.
because my experience is when you get upset with someone, you go to the other person, psychologically, you're over there
Yeah,
ruminating, dissecting, analyzing them.
sure.
And because you're not willing to look at
Right.
what it's like, the difficult feelings that it's bringing up in you, it's much easier to project.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is just such a trap. No matter how much work you do, it's like a default setting or something. For me, at least.
Yeah.
I've
What a,
been doing the work for years, and I still fall down the rabbit hole.
well, what a great thing to know about, the mind that it loves to get in there and start analyzing, the other. That's all right. A little compassion for the mind doing that. Let me get in there and yeah. Yeah.
Well, it is like that. It's like an annoying mosquito that
Mhm.
you're trying to, or the puppy mind, the naughty puppy mind, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's kind of sweet to say, look, I want a piece of me. I want a piece of her. I do,
Well,
or
there's something, yeah.
and she doesn't want a piece of me.
Mm.
Good to remember that turnaround too. That thing that I'm assuming might not be the case. And can I find it? Can I find any examples of she does not want a piece of me?
Mm. That's really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Jazz. Yes. I think you turned your camera off and then there you go.
Okay. Okay. So I had Yahoo, I made a big mistake.
Ooh.
And for me, it's so what? Yeah, so what? I can quit. I can get out of it. I mean, there's some terms that I need to abide by,
Mm-hmm.
and it will give me an opportunity to work with my underlying belief that if I quit, I'm unreliable. Because
Yeah.
that's ultimately the drama around I made a big mistake. Well, okay. I learned something, and then I can just deal with there's some other underlying beliefs that I can deal with. And in fact, I mean, deal with them now.
Great. Make a list about if it turns out this, I don't want to stay here or whatever. Make a list of what it means. I'm unreliable, da 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 da, and then just yeah.
Yeah, a flake, all of that
Yes.
was coming up. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
hate flakes. So
Yes.
there you go.
Yeah. Really good. So acceptance. This kind of makes me think of that, just loving what is, including myself, most of all. This that I am, that I show up as in the moment. Wow, sweet work, everybody. Great to hear your little windows into your world and the who you are without the thought. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, yes. Lots of love, everybody. Take care. Bye.